Hey there, Marina here. So I just changed my shirt so that you find me more interesting while I'm making this video because I just started talking. My last video was about selfies and how there's all this co-creative community going on at the same time, and I wanted to talk some more, so I put on a new shirt for you and for me so I can distinguish between the videos. But I wanted to talk to you about another thing that's been on my mind. And for this, well, let's see. Transparency. So I talked about transparency in that video where I talk about videos and how to make videos and I don't know how to begin and being really transparent about that. I wanted to just say exactly what was on my mind. I went to a seminar of Kyle Cease, this spiritual comedian, motivational guy, like 2 years ago, and before that he was talking on this video and even at that seminar about what the freedom is about really just saying exactly what is on your mind in the moment, and how much we edit ourselves and don't do that because we're like calculating and trying to figure out what the other person would think and how they would respond, and then we're like calculating ahead how we would respond to that, and it's just a whole lot of manipulation, isn't it? And it's exhausting. So I'm really coming to this more and more in my life. I started to do it at work. We have some exercises about working with what's really happening in the moment and bouncing off of each other in a certain method, in a group exercise. And it just started trickling in deeper into my life about transparency and how freeing it is, and how the moment you feel some discomfort, especially in a romantic relationship or any close relationship where you feel discomfort, you're not liking something, it could even be a habit of theirs or anything at all, there is a way to speak about it right in the moment, getting to speak your own truth about it without blaming the other person, without, I guess, hurting their feelings, not really deeply, because when you speak about it from, hey, this is what's coming up for me. You said that and now I'm feeling this in my body. You said that and I'm feeling some anger or sadness, or I'm just freaking irritated right now. And there's a way to own that every single time if you have an understanding of what that trigger really is. Every time you are triggered by somebody, they are just showing you where you're not okay with you. They are showing you, what are they really showing you? I started really paying attention to this, but it's also related to the work I do, that what are they really showing you other than, let's say they say something you don't like. What does that do? How do you know you don't like it? You feel something in your body, or you remember something that it reminds you of that you didn't like before, which again leads you back into feeling a sensation like a heart constriction or a punch in the stomach or a constriction in the throat, something like that shows up. So when someone says something or does something that you don't like, they are giving you the beautiful gift of showing you where you're still not free-flowing and resolved in your body. So if you can think of that every single time that someone is triggering you, it's just a huge amount of time saved, because you cannot blame them at all for what shows up in you. And we've heard that before many times, like, no one can make you feel angry. Well, they can say something and then anger shows up, but they can't make you feel that. It's already there. They said the right combination of words to bring this up in you, which is already there, or it just is correlated with meaning, and it just brings up and shows you exactly where you still either don't love yourself or accept yourself, or accept this feeling in your body that's showing up. If there's, what's the difference between this feeling and a pinch? Like, why is this just this, or like something like this, or a scratch, that sensation, why is that okay? And why is something that's going on in here not okay? It's the meaning we give it. And it's really time to start having a different relationship with these feelings that come up and with people. Every single person that triggers you is a gift to you. It may not seem like it if you bring up someone right now that really bothers you, or some situation or some scenario out in the world. It doesn't matter how close they are to you, or it could be politics or religion. But every time you are triggered, it's just showing you where you're not okay with this sensation in your body. Try it on anything. Like right now, think of anything that is not okay with you. How do you know it's not okay? You feel it right in here. And what makes that feeling not okay? Find out for yourself. Explore it. Is it a certain detail, like a certain sharpness or a dullness or an ache or something you see in there that has a certain shape? What's not okay with that feeling? There may be labels about it: anger, sadness, hurt. Are those words themselves not okay? Can you feel those words? Or is it a word in itself and then the feeling in your body? Where the person said something, words said, feeling in your body. It's very, very simple like that. And once we stop being so offended by what others are doing and really getting curious, like, wow, you said that and now I'm angry. But there's a different flavor to that than stop saying that because you're pissing me off. It's like, wow, okay, you said that, now I'm angry, let me sit with that for a moment. I'm not okay with feeling this feeling. Let me find out what's not okay in here. Sometimes words help you get a little clearer, so as you talk about that feeling for yourself, you may land on what's not okay. Sometimes it's just sitting with it for a while. You may find a memory that made it not okay. But I kind of went on a track. I wanted to talk about transparency and how it relates. But basically, it does. I mean, if I'm constantly editing myself, worried that I have to tiptoe around certain topics, because then if I don't, then it's going to trigger me, I never get to visit those feelings and actually explore them. And there's nothing that says you have to, but personally, I'm on kind of a mission to just explore this relationship with my feelings versus avoiding any of them. To me, it's no longer about preference of feelings. It's more about, let me explore my preferences and biases, and why are they there, and what am I believing, and how am I limiting myself in every experience, in every moment, and what is not so okay about this, versus deciding really harshly, basically shutting everything down, going, that is not okay. And sometimes that has to happen. Sometimes it really is, we're just not ready, and that's okay too. It's all okay. It's just, it is an opportunity to explore, and it is an opportunity. It's like we talk about limitations and comfort zones, and often when we think of comfort zones, it's about what's out there, what kind of comfort zone is out there that we need to step over. But there's also a deep, it's like an exploration going inward this time, an inner universe versus kind of the outer edges of the world. If you think about it, we've explored so much already in our physical reality as a species. Climbed so many different mountains, swim so many oceans. There's still more to discover in the physical world, but more and more, with the access of all the information out there, we're really, everyone can have access to all kinds of information. It's really cool. The one thing that we haven't really deeply explored as much, or at least with clients that have come to the center, people I'm working with, and etc. I don't know where that etc. came from. There is a new horizon and a new comfort zone to explore. And it's this inner world. It's this inner world of my own perceived boundaries of, this feeling's not okay and I never want to feel that again. let me gently explore it and find out what makes this feeling so bad. And thankfully, when triggers come, because life will bring you triggers, life will bring you reactions that you wish, and different situations will happen that you wish wouldn't happen. But I do believe somehow that, interestingly, for my personal experience, if there's a repetitive pattern of certain conversations, certain things happening that are kind of triggering the same feelings, it's kind of my indicator and guide that I'm ready to explore them. So if I'm over and over triggered by the same thing, I have with several people the same theme going on in my life, I know that it's like it's narrowing in on me, it's zooming in on me, like it's time. I don't have to back myself into a very big corner anymore. I'm ready to explore it, obviously, because it's here. And it's going to be here, and I'm going to keep having situations that are going to bring this up over and over and over again until I finally learn to have a new relationship with this sensation in my body. For me, it's really sunk in deeper and deeper in the last 6 months about having a new relationship with your feelings is kind of the new horizon, the new comfort zone exploration, the new adventure. It's not anymore about creating only preferred experiences and sensations in my body. I can do that. I can do that with laughter yoga. I can do that going to the gym. I can do that hanging out with good friends, going dancing. I can do that thinking about wonderful things. Yeah, I can do that. It's fun, it's nice, and I do that. It's pleasurable. But I can also now more and more meet life as it comes. There's things that happen. I've been in a depression for like a couple days about 2 weeks ago, and it's about meeting that head on each day. And I'm going to talk more about that in my next video. That's my next video, about that depression and how I kind of got stuck for a few days pretty deeply, and then how I learned exactly what I'm saying to you from a new angle of how to have a new relationship with what was present. So I'm enjoying just talking. That's what's here now. Have a beautiful day. It's evening here. It's time to go to bed. I'm so excited. I hope I can sleep. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye.